Hello, welcome back everyone to session 30. Is it? No, 29.
30. I've got 30 on mine.
It is
on my
30,
notes.
yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say
yeah,
it is,
it's
isn't it?
session 30. Congratulations for making it, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Good, ready to begin the today's session.
Yeah,
30,
Pathfinder.
30 sessions in this, hitting age of 30 next month.
Oh, depressing.
Haha,
One of
you're
them is
old.
one of them is much nicer than the other.
Well, it will be 40 by the time this campaign's done. So, yeah. So if everyone is ready to go, let's begin, shall we? Get right into it. Right. So last we left off, the party had teamed up with Torvel Kane, the knight who is sort of loyal to Hanira's house, who has kind of tagged along as you've all tagged along with this scouting group ahead of the main house. Rexus. There we go. Main Rexus force heading down to the city of Nerion, which is currently kind of half under siege or something. And on the way, there was one of the scouts found this unclaimed temple, this unfound temple. Well, Isolde-Mayen, the high curator of the Savas, found it. And she wanted to get a group together to explore it. Whilst you're on the way, might as well get it. And you are the people who put themselves forward, effectively, as no one else would. So you travelled there with your two companions until you came to the temple itself, and you made your way into the temple through one of the side entrances, where you learnt a little bit about the history of this temple from the various murals and artifacts that have been left in there. You've learned that this temple once belonged to a group called the Ashadi, who worshipped one of the old, what seems to be one of the old elemental gods, who was banished by Fandaren. These elves lived once in luxury in sort of lush jungle sort of landscape, and ended up slowly becoming a sort of desert. This area was cursed. The history says it's by Fandaren, did it? And you're exploring a bit more. But as you went into this tunnel afterwards, with Cyan going in to see further down the temple, see if there's any more treasure here, Cyan accidentally tripped a tripwire trying to get through the tunnel. And a pillar of blades shot out of the wall, and you notice that there's actually a couple of them all shooting out. So first of all, we're going to have to roll initiative in a sec. Begin encounter. So you watch as shooting out of the walls 4 pillars with blades spinning on them begin to whirl erratically in the room. All right, everyone roll initiative for me, please.
Is that perception?
Can I roll?
That would be it would be kind of what you were doing. You were what were you trying to do before you tripped this? You were doing thievery, weren't you? Cyan, sorry, first.
I was I was doing some thievery.
Okay, Henning, what do you think you're doing?
I was probably just following along the group, to be honest, so probably just keeping a lookout for stuff.
Sure. Okay, you can use perception then.
Okay.
The rest of you, yeah, perception is probably best, unless there was something particular going on. Isolde-Mayen and Torvel Kane. Who do we need? We need Cascus and Calcifer.
I've done it.
Oh, have you?
Oh, I've already done mine.
Oh, right.
I
What's
got
your
a nat
number?
1
Oh, you got a nat 1.
for a 10, if it matters.
13, 24, however you want to.
24.
Yep.
Right. I'm not sure. Hang on.
Oh,
Cascus
I just rolled it as perception. I didn't actually roll it as initiative, I think.
Well, that's exactly what happened. Sorry, I thought.
Yeah, roll the initiative. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I got.
That one again.
I got the same.
Yeah,
No need to
There we go.
quandary over whether keep the first or.
Yeah, I was being silly there. Here we go.
Not gonna lie, Torval Kane's token is just utter badass. I love it.
That's his Shadesteel armor, yeah. Alright, so first off the bat is Isolde, who at the back doesn't quite know what's going on. She hears something going and says, "Are you okay, Cyan?" she's gonna delay. Cyan. So these blades whirling around you. You found yourself trapped in the middle of this corridor.
I'm gonna call back. There's fucking spike things, and I'm going to try and Can I try and disarm the trap I'm next to?
It doesn't it's not holding on to anything. It's like bolted on. You can attack it if you want, or you can run away, or you can try disarm it.
Yeah, I'll try to disarm it with my rapier.
Okay, so you need to make a thievery check for me. That would be one action.
Okay.
Are you trained or expert on it?
Expert.
Expert. Okay, that passes then. So let's have a look. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I'm just trying to read what this says. All right, so yeah, trying to disable it. Your first action, you use your rapier and you whack off a bit on the main pillar. There seems to be some ancient clockwork control mechanism which is now visible. So it needs actually two disables.
Okay. I'm going to try again then.
All right, go again.
Is this with a multiple attack thingy or?
No, it's just another thievery check.
Okay.
Okay, 24. That's yeah. So you plunge your rapier into it as it's spinning around. It begins to sort of fizz with like a magical energy, and now the control panel seems to be broken, but it's still spinning.
Okay. I'm going to kind of walk back here.
Okay. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have. It's a pillar. It doesn't have an attack of opportunity. Pillars are going to. So they have to roll now to see which direction they go.
Oh, they can move.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's goes there. It got a 2, FYI, so that means it goes diagonally that direction. So that's one of its actions, and then it gets a spinning blade attack against anyone next to it.
Nimble dodge.
Yeah, sure. So it's going to attack Hanera, and it's going to attack Cyan with its last actions. So that's a 29 and a 29 on Hanera.
That hits.
And a 30 on Cyan.
That hits, but not a crit.
Okay. So 17 damage to you, Hanera. And 16 damage to you, Cyan.
Can I shield block Hanera's damage?
Did you have your shield raised?
I don't think I said I did.
No.
So I guess I don't.
Did you say 16? Sorry.
16 damage, yeah. Yeah, because it hasn't been your turn yet, Casper, so...
So is there a way that I can take off the damage without having to just change the other current HP?
Yes.
How do I do that?
And then you can... But in the future, what I can do is I can just assign it to you. So 17, and I can just click on the damage with your token highlighted, and then it just does it.
I missed the first part of that.
Don't worry. I'll do it
you
for
cut
now.
out.
Okay.
It's fine. All right. Oh, that was that pillar. Oh, wait. Sorry. they're both on the same initiative, so this will be the other pillar then. Oh no, that's not right. 1d6. 6. Okay, so it just goes into the wall there. All right, Henning.
Uh, not much I can really do versus a trap. I haven't really got anything either. I will just move up a bit behind Calcifer.
Okay.
Like, you go.
Okay. Cascus?
So, does it look like? So my perception would I think that we are on the other end of what they're trying to protect rather than before, if that makes sense.
You have no idea. You don't really know where this leads. You assume that, like.
Is
You're
there
just
like
going...
artwork that's like like a story that's telling a certain this tale in a certain direction, you know, going leftwards rather than rightwards?
This seems to be going. It seems to be like. Make a perception check for me, but that'll be a seek action.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's just up. No, I can remember. I do have lead on this. 25.
You notice that the floor is going has a slight, like it's going slightly down, and you can feel like a kind of gust of wind coming from down the hallway. It seems to like have almost like a damp or like a humid smell to it, like almost as if there's water in the direction you're going.
Okay. Okay, in that case, then I doubt there would be a mechanism on this side that could deactivate it. So, I'll do. Can I do a? What's the bloody word? Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm going to do the devise extraction part. I'll do it arbitrarily. I'm not actually going to use an attack on it, but I'm also going to do the recall knowledge bit. That's the word I'm looking for. On the trap, if I can.
Sure.
Is that possible?
Recall knowledge.
Yes.
I mean, there's not really any knowledge about it to recall. It's just a spinning pole with some. It's like a almost like a, what is it? Like a spinning top.
Okay.
It's going and it's sort of just like whirring. It's been pulled, or it's got some magical mechanism, which like a gyroscope, which is just keeps it going, and it's sort of randomly bouncing off the walls and sort of just getting in the way. It wants to slice up anyone who's trying to get through this tunnel, basically.
Is there a roll associated to that?
For what?
For the recall knowledge check.
There's nothing to there's nothing you will, yeah.
Circumstance bonus.
Are you all right? Go ahead. Give me a perception check. I'll as part of it, I guess. Just perception.
31.
So it seems to be like mostly made of wood, like very ancient sort of coated wood of some sort. And then it's got this. I mean, you notice the control panel as well. Maybe like manually trying to disable it using the control panel, but you'd have to get close to it.
Mm.
But the one that Cyan has stuck his rapier in is sort of sparking with magical energy, and it's sort of spinning around, and just giving off sparks. You're not quite sure what that means.
Okay, well, if that was the crit success, I convey that information.
I'll give you a bit of information. So it's got 21 AC. If you wanted to hit it.
Okay, the panel or the fly thingy?
Just the thing in general.
Okay, and was that a crit success on the recall knowledge check?
I don't have a DC for it. I'll say. Hang on. 2 seconds. Just need to go on my GM screen. Where is it? DC's by level. 34 would be the DC. Oh no, sorry, hang on. 23 would be the DC.
Okay, so 33.
No, that's not correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
fine.
so did you say 33?
I've got 31.
Oh, 31. Yeah, 33 would have been correct. Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Fine. So nothing happens then. Okay. Fine. honest, I don't think I'm the best one to deal with this problem. So that information hopefully will be useful to everyone, and I'll end my turn.
Okay, fine. Hinira.
I'm gonna hit it with magic missile.
Okay. Yeah, give it. What level?
Are these traps magical?
They seem to have a magical component to them.
Can I cast Dispel Magic?
Yeah. Yeah. Dispel so. How does this exactly does dispel magic work?
Our first counteract of the game.
Oh, here we are. Okay, yeah, counteract check. Amazing. I can't believe this is the first counteract check. Okay,
Counter spell.
so you need to make relevant skill modifier. So make an Arcana check. 21. And it's oh yeah, so again, so the DC would be 23 because it's a level 7. Oh no, hang on. What level? Hang on. No, it's level 4. So actually, that would have been a crit, Cascus.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants to hit it, then they get a +1 to it.
Okay. So yeah. So sorry, I just need to find the thing again. DC's by level 4, so that'd be 19. So you that's a success. So you watch. So hang on, I need to open up another tab. All right, so that's just a success. Counteract the target if it's level no. Okay, so what level were you casting it at?
Level 2.
Oh, level 2. So that doesn't actually counteract it then,
Ooh.
because it needs to be no more than 1 level higher than your effect's counteract level, and it's level 4.
Okay.
All right. Did you want to do anything else with your turn?
Yes. I'll no. Yeah, I'll battle medicine myself.
Okay.
Oh, rubbish.
14. Nice. All right. Spinning blade pillar. All right. It shoots out here, and it whirls. And that's its turn. Oh, hang on. No, it gets another one. Because it's got more actions. It's got 3 actions. 2. Bounces in there, and then 6. 1. So it gets hit. All right, Torvel Kane says, "What are we doing? Are we going through or backing up?" And then this one. 5. 1, 2. No. 2. 1, 2. 6. And it just remains there. Calcifer. They're giving off this like sound as they're sort of whizzing around, bouncing off the walls.
So this one's been disabled, right?
It hasn't been disabled; it's still spinning.
All right.
Effectively the control panel has been messed with. You're not sure what that does in the long run.
Okay.
But you've seen Cyan jam something in there.
Okay, I would like to take a step here.
Okay.
Use my flail to trip it, try and knock it over.
Okay, is that a reflex save?
It is my athletics versus its reflex DC, I believe.
Okay, so that's 22.
Okay, I get a +1 to this. Oh, and I got
Third. What? That's the third nat one of this game. We're only 20 minutes in.
Okay, well, I drop my flail.
Oh no!
No.
Does it
Right.
just drop, or is it like flung across the room? Or
I'll say it just gets knocked out of your hand and it drops to the floor next to you.
okay, I will. I'll just raise the shield.
Okay.
Leave it on the floor for now.
Cool.
And Hank, just
Hank is squeezing through here, by the way.
yeah. Hank's gonna just kind of try and like press himself against the wall to try and make it a bit easier for people to get through because he doesn't really know what he's doing.
Fine. Alright, Isolde is saying, oh dear. She's gonna no, that's gonna be 2 actions to squeeze past you all. 2 actions to squeeze past you all, and then she's gonna say, fuck it. She's gonna start running through with her 3rd action. 10, 10, 10. And she's just started running through. Cyan.
How's the thingy looking?
It's still spinning. There's like electric sparks coming around it.
Are there any extra thievery things I can do towards it, or have I done all I can with that?
You're gonna have to wait to see what happens on its turn. You can use an action if you want to continue. But it's just something you're gonna have to wait.
I'm gonna attempt to tumble through.
Okay.
That's an acrobatics thing, right?
Yeah, that'd be acrobatics. And you have to beat 22. Ooh, that's a fail. Then.
Fuck.
What happens if you fail tumbling through? I assume you just don't go through.
Yeah,
Your movement
we've
ends and
had
you
one-
trigger reactions. Yeah.
We've had that before.
That's fine. So,
Alright, well,
yeah, you attempt to try and jump through, but it's still spinning, and you can't quite find a way to get through the spinning blades currently.
alright. I'm gonna use an action to stab it.
Okay.
Or attempt to stab it. See if that does anything.
Sure.
23.
23 hits.
Cool. 12.
12 damage. You slice into it, so you knock a bit of the like one of the blades off. It starts to wobble, sort of as it spins.
And then I'm going to try again. Why not?
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
No, that's a miss, unfortunately.
Alright, that's me.
Righto. Right. This one. Oh, I keep doing 1d2 rather than 1d6. 6. Just stays there. 1. Just stays there. 2. 1, 1, 2. Doesn't attack Isolde, however, because it's used its 3 actions to get out. It's just been bouncing around and then just shoots past her. This one, you watch as it begins to spin on its axis a little bit, and then just kind of crumbles and just collapses and just gets destroyed.
Oh, thank fuck.
Just shatters into loads of pieces. Henning.
Again, not really much I can do. I will just squeeze through to here and then be like, what do we do? That'll be me. There's not much I can do.
You have multiple actions. You can move multiple times if you want.
That's true. I don't really want to get ambushed by a bunch of pillars.
They move randomly, so.
Oh, did it? Oh,
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
All
So
their moves
is
have
it-
been completely.
So I can move another 25 feet.
Or you can do it twice, right?
Yeah, you could do 2 more move
Oh,
actions. if you
yeah.
want.
To here, I guess then.
So you can't go through its
Oh,
side,
okay.
so you have to go there and then around and then.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that is 25. That's 5. And then 20 feet that way.
Okay, so you just following Isolde's path, you duck through the two that were spinning around. You duck around them and sidestep them.
Yeah.
Well done, Henning. She says. Cascus.
60, 65, 70, 75. I'm going to go to this lodge below Henning. Oh, not that button. There we go.
Whee!
All right, Hera.
I'm gonna shout to Torval Kane. I think we're just running through and hoping for the best. And then I'm gonna
First plan.
Noted.
one. Yeah, I'm just gonna join everyone else at the other end of the room.
Cool. All right, this pillar's turn. It is next to someone, so it attacks. But it misses Isolde's. She dodges it out of the way. Then it moves. 1. Oh no, 2 is there. No, so it just bounces off the wall. Actually, yeah, bounces off the wall, and then moves again. Ooh, 1, 2. Torval Kane says, right, then on we go. Uh, 10. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25. He just ends up here. He sort of just walks past the spinning blades, and they just he at the same time dons his shade steel armor, and they just sort of like harmlessly bounce off him as he walks through. He just like completely just ignores them. All right, this one. Six. Just bounces off. 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, actually 6 is there. And... Okay, ends up here. Cool. All right, Calcifer.
Okay. I shall. In terms of getting in between these two, will that be have to involve a tumble through?
Yeah, I'd say because they're sort of like blocking even a diagonal way. Just because of the nature of them spinning around, like you have to time it right.
Hmm. Okay. So Hank's gonna come just over to here. Then I will. So rather than tumble through, which
Tumble through is a stride. You can move your whole.
Yeah,
distance,
you can move after.
the whole stride distance.
is
As
there
long as part of that is you're going through an enemy square.
is there a like knock aside version, or is that a separate feat?
It's like a shove, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just one that doesn't involve a another action.
Oh right. Well, like charging through them and like.
Yeah, just sort of trying to like mechanically do the same thing, but just like knocking them aside rather than.
I don't think so. I think you have to shove as
Okay,
part of an action.
just an advantage of Dex. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, well, my Dex is dog shit, so I'm gonna move up to there. Try and like shove this one to the right.
Okay. Well, back in its like hidey hole.
Yeah, just
Cubby.
shove it back into the wall. Just kind of like hold the shield up and try and just shove it back.
Its cubby holes are here.
Okay, that's 36.
36. Yeah, that works. I'll say that even though because of the nature of its like spinning blades, it will get a attack on you. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll hit. It just means that you might potentially take damage from shoving it.
Okay.
But it doesn't have like a super high. 29. Oh, 29.
That hits.
That does actually hit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you go to shove it. It works. You shove it really well, but one of the blades catches you on the arm. So you shove it back in its cubby hole, and you take 16 slashing damage.
Okay. And then I'll use my remaining action to go 5, 10, 15, 25. I have 25, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And that's all my actions.
All right. Isolde is going to. She's gonna say, "Well, wise moves, everyone." She's gonna run through. Just like start. Go around the corner. Cyan.
I'm going to use all of my movements to fucking run. So that should get me. Hang on. That should get me around by here-ish.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'll describe what you see coming around the corner in a sec. So this one.
I swear to God, if it's more fucking pillars, I'm gonna scream.
Yeah, there's like 100 pillars now. All right.
These ones have red
yes.
eyes.
This one goes down here, and it gets an attack because it goes next to someone. 16 slashing damage again. Oh, sorry, 16 to attack. 16 to hit. Sorry.
Sorry, on Calcifer was that?
Yeah, on Calcifer, 16 to hit.
That is a critical miss.
Okay. And then it moves again. And it just bounces right off you and doesn't do anything. This one. Where? Hang on. Oh, that one's dead yet. All right, Henning, you're going through. Are you?
Yes, I am going to continue to run. That way. There, and then I guess just to the end of the bit here, wait for everyone else to catch up.
Cool. As you go around the corner, you see a circular room of some sort, and it's just got a sort of spiral staircase that leads down.
Okay, yeah, definitely will be waiting for everyone else.
But you can smell the smell of sort of like lush soil coming from down there.
Okay, interesting.
Seems interesting. Right. Who's next? Cascade.
Okay. I'm going to stand here and push Henning down the well.
Down the stairs.
Henning allows it.
Down the stairs.
Alright.
Like football dives it, like really plays it up.
Foul! Referee!
You're just gonna go there then, yeah.
Yeah, can I have a look around? Like, is there so I assume there's like moss on the wall. Is there like anything?
There's not moss. It's still the same sort of.
Okay, what's on the walls?
It's still the same sort of kind of desert temple kind of vibes. It's like ancient stonework. Not that much in terms of murals here. There's a few like pots around, but not that much.
I guess like break the pots.
Yeah, I mean you can
Based on previous precedent.
spend your turn doing that. Let's just go. Hanera, you're just gonna go run in there. They're probably not gonna get to you. Torvelkane can just go past. Is there anything you want to do, Hanera? Sorry.
No,
Particularly. Okay, fine. Yeah.
I'm just gonna run past.
Yeah, I'm just Calcifer, are you just gonna run through as well?
Yes, I'm going to recall Hank so that he doesn't have to probably struggle to get through because he's,
Yeah, Hank
he's
was
a
sort of
chunky
like-
boy. And then run through.
Okay.
Or Hank.
All right, cool. I'll end the encounter there then.
Yeah, once we're kind of past them into safety, I'll bring him back out.
Yeah, and there's also a sort of like a door that is on a hinge is on a hinge open here, so you can close, like when you run in here you can close it. It's just been left open though.
I imagine we're closing the door so that they don't come after us.
Yeah, these are sort of, you can hear them still whizzing and buzzing. And then after a while, after about a minute or so, they just sort of pack themselves up and go back in their holes.
I
Did you
hope
pick up your
don't.
file?
Oh fuck.
Isolde says, there must be something very important here if they're defending it like this. Keep your eyes out.
I'm not looking forward to going back that way.
I do not think we can go back that way.
Calcifer, did you pick up your flail after it fell?
Oh shit.
Oh, well, you better go and get it then.
I do still have my elven curve blade I could lend you, but it's two-hander, so you probably wouldn't be able to use your shield.
I've got a dagger you can borrow.
I think we should probably go back and get it, no?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna be
yeah.
wanting that back.
Hey, Yusa points at the knight. Can you walk through and just get it?
He walks. He
Oh,
just
oh
walks
God.
through. You see him read on his shade steel armor, like a flash of light and a bit of smoke reveals this very shiny ancient armor. He literally just like all the traps have reset themselves and all the pressure plates have sort of re-buffered, and he's just like just sets them all off one by one and just walks back.
Oh my god!
Whizzing around him, and it's just like clank, 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 clank as all of the. He just walks over and just picks it up and brings it back.
Shit's OP. But now, why will we send in the Why will we send in the you know, the guy that gets cut up if things hit him out in front? When
That
we
is
can
a
just
good
send when we
question.
can just send the human block of iron.
He's an elf.
You know what I mean.
Very offensive.
I'm an elf. He says, wherever I go, you have to come as well. It is best if we don't set off any of the traps.
He's got a point there. We don't know what the traps are. It could be fire and he winds up cooked in his armor.
True.
I don't want to imagine that.
That said, there's a staircase, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop down.
You're all going down the stairs, are you?
Yes, and now I'm going to take the razor shield survival activity, exploration activity. So I've just got it up at all times.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Well done for saying. Okay, so one by one, what order does everyone go down the stairs in?
I think I'm going first because I'm very perceptive.
Okay, Tall Volcane can go behind you. Who's next?
I'll be in the
I'll,
middle somewhere.
I'll go
I'll go
next.
behind.
And
Oh,
then there,
I wanted to go forward. Calcifer.
I can go in the back.
you can. You are behind Calcifer. Wait, who is
I don't know.
Calcifer?
I'll go behind Hinera then.
Yeah, it looks like that. Isn't it? Are you still Hank still recalled?
No, I deployed Hank again.
Hank's just gonna slowly trudge down the steps behind you. All right, so one by one, you all begin to descend down the stairs. You get the idea. And what you see. Oh, let me get my notes up. So as you descend down this ancient staircase beyond that trap corridor, the air gradually becomes more and more humid, and it's filled with the scent of damp earth and growing things. The ambient noise of the desert gives way to the murmur of water. And a chorus
We all
of
get
bird song.
high.
There's a sort of it's a very alien sound in this barren desert. The staircase opens up as it gets to the bottom to an expansive cavern. The ceiling lost in the shadows above, dotted with luminescent fungi and gemstones that give the impression of a starlit sky. Below, an underground jungle thrives, teeming with life in stark contrast to the desert above. You look as ferns and moss cover the ground. The trees are tall and sturdy, but on the roof, at the tops of the trees, the treetops are sort of bent over where the cavern comes to the top. And their canopies are all home to these colourful birds and unseen creatures. It seems to be like daylight in here, even though all around you there doesn't seem to be like, necessarily a source of light that's illuminating anything. This room just happens to have light.
Are there shadows?
And there's no shadows.
Ah,
Small mammals you watch scurry on the jungle floor, and insects buzz around all these flowering plants. It seems to remind you of Sethel, you know, the pulsating life, the unmistakable aura of potent life magic that seems to be the source of this jungle's vitality.
When you mention animals, do you mean like surface animals or like cavern animals?
And surface animals, there's like a few shrews, and they look a bit different. They might have like evolved differently down here. This seems like a completely self-enclosed ecosystem in here.
Right.
So not like deer or anything.
No deer that you could see. What is that, Cascus?
Cascus knows a bit about like Kifu and the curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just from like reading and all that stuff. Is there any like parallels between? I just find it curious that, you know, desert top. There's some kind of like lush biome in here. Do you know what I mean? Is there some kind of connection there? That's, I guess, is the question going through his head.
Yeah, I mean there may be a connection, definitely.
I mean, we did learn in the temple that this was, well, we did learn earlier at least that this place was, like the desert was sort of like cursed, didn't we?
Yeah.
That this desert was previously just kind of like the rest of it. So this could be what it was before.
Yeah.
Torvel Kane says, "This is incredible." He steps as he steps into the jungle. You know, his hand reaches out and strokes a tree leaf. How do they grow without sunlight?
Maybe it's something to do with those elementals. Those old gods that they worshipped.
The High Curator, Isolde, says, this must be the source of the Ashadi's life when they lived here. This is how they survived the desert.
Well, they didn't share it with anyone, so clearly they're bellends.
And where did they go? Torvel Kane says.
Maybe they all went crazy and killed each other.
I mean, a place like this is only so big, right? Maybe they outgrew it. Can only, I mean, look, this place will be lovely for a few folks, but it's only so big.
I'm gonna poof Nyx out and let her have an explore, see if she sees anything up ahead.
Yeah, okay, so she appears. No shadows here, she says. Can't hide.
Yeah, well, we can hide behind objects, like trees.
Isolde turns and says, "Hello, little one." Nyx says, "Hi."
Nyx, could you maybe have a look ahead and see if there's any like structures or like buildings up ahead? Anything interesting we might want to have a look at?
Will do. She goes off. Can you do me a perception check for Nyx? I think that might just be your perception modifier.
Okay, so just a regular perception check for me.
Yeah, because she counts as familiar, doesn't she?
Yeah.
17. Nyx goes off. The cavern seems to it seems to stretch onwards. It's not like a perfectly circular room, and you can't see the end of it. I mean, it's too dense with foliage. But after a couple of minutes, she comes back. She says, "I found something.
Oh yeah? What'd you find?
I think you're gonna have to see it for yourself."
Okay. The science gonna look to the others and shrug. I guess we gotta have a look.
Well, yes, I guess.
You're gonna press on through the jungle.
I think so.
Yeah. I think same marching order, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
So, following the natural layout of the cavern, you eventually reach what seems to be the heart of this lush oasis. There's a clear pond its waters sparkling under the false stars above. Situated in the middle of the pond, floating about 10 feet above the water, seems to be a floating magical artifact of some sort. A pendant. It radiates a soft green light, illuminating the surrounding flora, and it casts shimmering reflections onto the water surface. It pulsates with energy. Is that what I think it is? Torvalkane says. Let me show you what you see.
What is it you think it is?
A hexweave?
Yes, the High Curator says. It's the most powerful I've ever seen. Look at that untapped power.
I thought X-Weave's going to make like
Huge.
grain and what was it? Grain, water, blood.
They can. But that is hexweaves that have been used for thousands of years by elf lords. They have lost a lot of their potency. This one hasn't been touched by the look of it.
Hexweaves, they're made by gully beast hearts, right?
No, they're powered by gully beast hearts, as all the original methods of powering them have been lost to time.
And what are they made from?
Nobody knows. They are remnants of the Age of Gods. This one seems to be
I am
been undiscovered.
So sorry.
What's you sorry about?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were stopping because you could hear the ice cream truck outside.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
An ice cream truck down here? How?
God, these Hexweaves they're really something.
Yeah, blood, grain, water,
And ice cream vans.
cream.
Specifically ice cream vans.
Like, does the party know anything about elder boxes?
I doubt it.
You make a religion check.
Can I
They're
make one
ve-
too?
they're very
probably not
niche
do
knowledge.
very well.
I get a plus.
Actually, no, I'm untrained in religion, so probably not.
I get a +7 because.
Yeah, if you're untrained in religion, I'd say you can't even do the roll. Are you untrained?
Well, I am, but you get a special thing with investigation.
I'm trained.
Which means that you can, what's it called? Add your level as a modifier.
Okay.
So
Henning,
Cascus, yeah. I mean, go. Sorry, go on.
So yeah, Cascus and Cyan. Oh no, yeah, Cascus. No, you've never. I don't think you've heard of elder boxes. Henning, I think maybe as a reference for a very long time ago. Maybe just in a book or something.
But doesn't remember any of the details, just the name.
Just something, historical note, a weapon that was created by the gods
Okay.
a long time ago.
Okay, no worries. This pool's how deep is this pool? Kind of walking over, he looks his head over.
Give me a perception check.
Yep. Pretty terrible.
The water is clear, but you can't quite see the bottom. It's hard to tell exactly.
Can I try and reach across and touch it with mage hand?
Yeah. So you're casting Mage Hand.
Yeah.
So the Mage Hand goes out.
Maybe we should leave it. For now.
Maybe. But imagine the use people up there can have for it.
But you would be condemning this space and all its inhabitants to a death, no?
Yeah, all the little creatures will die if we remove it. We should leave it here.
I'm not trying to remove it, I'm trying to touch it and see what happens.
Oh.
Oh.
Plus, like,
Good idea.
I don't know. As nice as this place is, you know, an X-Weave can do a lot of good for people.
I agree. Torvalkane says, you could feed
Yes.
a very large army with something like this.
I do not think it is for us to decide right now, no?
We're at war.
We were sent here to gather things, were we not? Well, look what we found.
Yeah, plus, you know, we're the ones that are here, right? Not taking it
And
is also a decision.
I doubt leaving it. I mean, I doubt taking it immediately is going to destroy this place.
Okay, well,
But I'm just going to touch it in case it's
gonna
booby
move back.
I'm going to say back here then.
Yeah. Wait, you're just gonna touch it just in case it's booby trap.
You know,
Weird
like,
thing to say.
you know, if like we're over here, and I touch it and something bad happens, we could just fucking book it the other way. If I'm all the way over there and I touch it and I trigger a trap and I'm stuck there,
You wouldn't be able to get there otherwise. I don't think. Like it's floating above the water, 10 feet in the air, unless you fly. or
yeah, yeah.
something. Wait,
Ah,
I guess-
so funny that you suggesting said unless you fly, because I do have the fly spell.
I'm going to touch it with Mage Hand first in case it's trapped.
I think it'd be funnier if you just touched it.
yeah. Is that what you're gonna do? The mage hand.
Yeah.
All right, mage hand goes over. It touches it. Tries to grab it. It doesn't move from its spot. Like the mage hand is tugging on it, but it's not moving.
Okay, so I think it can't be moved.
How much
Can't
can
be
that,
moved by,
You should
yeah,
leave
it
it
can't be
here.
moved by a mage hand, is all this says.
how much can that thing hold?
Hang
Not
on.
much.
Can it hold a rope?
It can probably hold a rope. You can target an so if it's heightened to third. So
I
it
don't
needs,
have third
yeah, it needs,
level.
it needs to be a light bulk or less.
Right.
I mean,
This-
it'll be 4th level, right? I mean, well, assuming
No.
Mage Hand's a cantrip in this.
yeah, but I don't think he has the same spell slots as.
Wait, it doesn't use slots.
No.
Cantrips auto heighten.
Oh, they auto heightens your.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
have any third level spell slots.
No,
they
it heightens to a better version of the cantrip if you get to a certain point. So it should be. What should it be? Third. Or
4th.
fifth? So third then, because it doesn't have a fourth.
Right.
So yeah, it could be an unattempted object with the bulk of 1 or less. So it doesn't look like it should weigh more than that. So it may be like magically rooted in place somehow.
Hey, can I suggest one other thing before?
Yeah?
I have noticed many times in this strange land that the touch of an elf is of some significance. Perhaps in this case we understand that the maybe yourself or Hynera should touch it.
Isolde turns to you. Henry, do you want to give it a try?
Yeah, but what is it gonna do?
Well, we don't know until you touch it.
I mean, it is that or we leave it. I am content either way.
I mean, I was thinking we
Cut.
just chuck a rope around it with the Mage Hand and give it a tug.
It's magically rooted in place. I don't think a rope's
You-
going to change that.
You don't know how hard. You just know your Mage Hand can't yank it.
No, I'm pretty sure Mike mentioned that. I get the idea that it
I-
shouldn't weigh more than it does, and that it's probably rooted in place.
Yeah, but you just know that the Mage Hand can't move it. That you haven't put an infinite amount of force on it with the Mage Hand.
Yeah, what I meant by that was that your mage hand is able to pick up things that look like
Right.
that would be heavier than that. What that looks like. So whatever is causing it to be there is at least harder to move than what it looks like. So it's like just assume that it's somehow magical,
Yeah.
or it's just really heavy. But it is floating there. Like there's obviously something causing it to float there.
So yeah, could chuck a
Well,
rope over it, try and pull it
What
in.
if it were?
What are we thinking? Torvalkin says. He's just having a look around.
I think Nair should go touch it.
Okay.
I vote Hinera touches it.
This is like Finding Nemo with the boat.
I think Hanira has the overriding decision on whether or not she touches it, but I sit out on this one. Sits down and like starts looking like bushes for like food and stuff.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do, Hanera? What's the plan? If there is one.
I'm gonna cast fly
Okay.
and fly over.
All right. So you're flying over to it.
And see if I can move it.
All right. So you put your hand on it. There is a flash of green light, and you all watch as Hanera. You have this sort of like strange moment. Your hand, as you touch it, the entire surround or the entire room around you begins to sort of morph and sort of track with like very natural, very strange warping patterns all around, and then everything just disappears and goes to black. And you, the rest of you, watch as Hinera and the pendant both vanish. There's like almost like a black sort of warp energy that just consumes them both. Go on.
Oh fuck.
Hinera, let's come to you. Let's do this.
Right, just saying we can afford to lose a rope, can't afford to lose an error.
All right, so Hinera, so you have like a strange, like it feels like you're dreaming. You're in a sort of warping tunnel of light that's just shooting you through what seems to be multiple different sort of like multiverses all around you. Stars, planets. You're just being completely whooshed through this strange tunnel. Eventually, you appear. And let me just to get rid of the distraction. I'll just is this? Hang on, what map should we put on? I'll just put on the world map for now. So you eventually appear in a tunnel, like a cavernous tunnel, with the pendant in your hand. It seems to not be glowing as much anymore, but you seem to be. Did you ever see the tunnels underneath Sethel? I think you saw like them from the outside.
Yeah.
You
We were told not to go in them.
Yeah, so you have a strange feeling that that's where you are. There's like Rodran ancient markings all on the walls, and there's all these jars lined up either side of you, and you can hear the sound of singing coming from down further down the tunnel.
Okay. I don't really. Can I touch the pendant again and go back?
It just pendant doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I guess I'll walk down the corridor.
Okay. So eventually the tunnel opens up, and again you find yourself in a very similar tranquil underground grove, deep within the city of Sethel. It's again bathed with an ethereal glow of moonlight that sort of like, it seems to be moonlight coming from, again, the same sort of magical source. At the center of the grove, you see, under a canopy of shimmering leaves, the Kayadar is meditating. She's got her back to you, so she can't quite see you. Her blonde hair and her green skin covered in scars. She's wearing like a flowing white dress, and you see this sort of like top of her back, and again, all her back is covered with these crisscrossing scars all across them.
Okay. I'm gonna go and talk to her.
Okay. Are you gonna say something, or are you gonna like touch her, or?
I'm just gonna tap her on the shoulder.
You tap her on the shoulder, and she turns around. She turns around and sort of looks a bit shocked. Her eyes widen. She sort of like clambers to her feet and sort of steps back a bit. She says, "Anira, what are you doing here?"
I don't know. I just got teleported here.
You have a force of magic about you. That's rare, especially from one as untrained as you. Your presence
Yes.
here brings questions.
I know. I have many questions as well.
What is that in your hands? She looks down. Her eyes sort of like towards the pendant, towards the hex weave that is in your possession.
I'm not sure. I just found it.
That is no regular hex weave, Hanira. Hand
Well,
it
I
over.
know that now.
She puts her hand out.
I don't know if I want to hand it over.
Where did you find that? Give
In
it
a
to me.
temple? No.
The Kaidar sighs. She says, "If only you knew what power you hold in your hands. This could change everything. You could win us the war, Hanira." You could see your brother again.
I would like to keep it.
I will not let you leave without it. I will not let you leave with it. She like puts her hand up and goes to cast a spell. The hexweave, as she does that, the hexweave sort of begins glowing again, and boom, you're just whooshed away from the situation. You appear in another similar tunnel. This is somewhere what seems to be colder. It seems to be a lot darker. And up ahead of you, it seems to be like an opening into a lit cavern with like a number of torches around them. And you hear a couple of people sort of whispering to each other in there. It seems to be a male elf speaking in Elvish, whispering kind of loudly, saying, "Our secret has been protected for centuries, but it seems the winds of change are upon us." And then a woman's voice. "This prophecy, it foretells a doom tied to our bloodline. Could it be a sign?" Are you gonna like have a look at who's speaking?
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh.
It's really dark. As you sort of like, are you sneaking here as well? Are you trying to like not be seen by them?
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check for me. Make it private.
Okay, I'm gonna use my my focus point to make myself trained.
Okay. What did you get? Sorry. Oh, you haven't seen.
That's private.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so as you go around the corner, you can't quite see here, and you knock over like a torch or like a candle or something, and it collapses to the ground. You see two elves who you are familiar with. You have seen them about, but a long time ago. Maybe at a ball or something. This seems to be Vale and Vane Kaidas. They are the grandchildren of Daeron Kaidas. So they're maybe about your age, but they're from House Kaidas, obviously. Vale has this sort of quite pallid, like strange face. Like he's got like a light light blue hair, and kind of his skin is kind of almost frosty. And it's the same with Vane. They're like they're very similar. They're almost identical, even though obviously, but they turn around immediately. They say, "Who's that?" Wait, Hanera. You see
Hello.
Vane. His voice trails off as he says that. A look of worry passing over his features. You see Vale. She picks up like a scroll and a few things on the desk, and sort of like hurriedly clambers them into her arms, and sort of turns away from you as if to not to show you what they are.
What you're talking about?
How did you get here?
Just stumbled in.
What is that in your hands?
It's just a pendant.
Make a. Are you trying to lie to them?
Yes.
Deception. Is there a deception? Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. All right. Yeah.
29.
Okay. Yeah. He says. Very interesting. A pendant that brought you here. Well, Hanera, I'm glad that you're here. Our brother, our uncle, has been looking for you.
Who's their uncle?
That would be. What's his name? Hang on. Got
It's
so many.
not Darren, that's that granddad.
Yeah. Kaidos. I just need to look at my notes. Marish, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, Marish.
Why? Why has he been looking for me?
Because you were supposed to marry him, Hanera.
No, I wasn't. You've got it all wrong. He just wanted to marry me. He never actually asked.
Vane says, "Well, it doesn't matter now, anyway, does it? Not after what's about to happen."
And what was about to happen?
Well, I don't suppose you're going anywhere now. Guards! She shouts. You hear clambering of boots from around the corner.
Can I cast invisibility on myself and run away?
Yeah, sure. As you begin to cast invisibility to get away, you see the hexweave glow again. Then you
Does it
appear.
seem like it's like spells that activate it?
Spells?
Yeah, because every time someone's cast a spell, it's activated.
You have no idea.
Okay.
But you reappear back at the lake, floating above it. And all this has happened in about a minute, maybe. As you guys, you literally just reappear in the air. How long does fly last for?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So you are falling, but you can sort of like use a reaction to catch yourself.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Can everyone else see the map?
No, it's dark for me.
Okay, yeah, I have no token of vision in the scene.
Did I end up casting invisibility?
Did you not see the map all this time?
No, I could see it
No.
before. Now I can see the
Like,
map,
I could
but
see
no
the
tokens.
lake, but now it's just black.
I can see the lake, but I can't see any icons.
Yeah, I could see everything before. It's only since it's come back.
Maybe just reset.
I could only see the world map before I can see.
Yeah. Oh, maybe just reload then.
Yeah.
Now I can see the lake.
Okay, yeah, refresh and can see it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Hanera, you clamber. You manage to catch yourself just above the lake. You reappear, and there's everyone else saw like a black wormhole sort of swallow Hanera up, and is the same thing happen when she got back?
Did I manage to cast invisibility?
Can you cast invisibility while flying?
I think there's no rules on. There's no concentration in this.
Yeah, there's some things which are what they called
Sustained.
sustained.
Yeah, so that's usually only one action. So in theory, you could have
Yeah.
3 going at once, even if they are sustained things. But then, obviously, you have to just stay still and do only that.
Well, if you want to cast invisibility, you can.
No, I'd rather not because I don't have to
Okay.
use my spell slot.
That's fine. Yeah. You reappear and you see Hanera floating above the.
Oh my god, you're okay. I think. Are you okay?
I think
As you
so.
as you reappear, Tanira, you just sort of like clambered a little bit with the. Can you give me a reflex save? You see like a coin flick out of your pocket as you reappear, and you just go out and try and grab it.
16.
Yeah, I'll say that the coin drops into the water, and you see a splash, and the water ripples.
My coin.
Just like a sort of bit of gunk from your coat, and it lands in the water. You hear a splash, the water ripples, and then you all look down and you see a dark shadow appearing just below the waves.
I immediately grab the hexweave and fly over here.
Okay, cool. We will come back after the break, shall we?
Okay.
Let's have a break, 15 minutes.
All right. See you in a bit.
Assholes.
Hex
Weavers.
weavers. Yeah.
All right, welcome back. So just before the break, Hanera had gone on a little adventure. Having touched the pendulum, the hex weave, she seemed to have some sort of reaction to it, and it just warped her to some random places. When you return, still fly. How far above the water are you, Hanera?
10 feet, right? That's how far the...
Okay, you're 10 feet. Okay. Right. Okay. So you began to see as when you reappeared, a coin flipped out of your pocket, and you reached out to catch it, but it just slipped through your fingers, and it dropped into the water. There was a splash, and then you begin to watch as a dark shape below you appears. I need everyone to roll initiative as bursting out the water.
Oh shit!
You watch as a huge swing dinosaur of some sort sails up and using its powerful tail. Let's just move you. I'm going to move you on top here. Okay. Yeah, make sure everyone rolls initiative. Right. Yeah, everyone roll initiative for me then, please.
I can't see any tokens on the anywhere.
Refresh.
Yeah.
Oh,
refresh.
another one.
Oh my god, Richard!
What's going on?
I've rolled initiative 3 times and gotten 1 every single time.
I still can't see any tokens. I've relogged.
Why is this happening?
I do not know.
Maybe just keep refreshing, I guess, until it works. I'll try and describe what happened, but like obviously, like right now, you're not like next to anything, or there's
Yeah.
and there's like the general layout. There's like a pool and stuff. Right. So just Torval Kane and Isolde. Right. Okay. So yeah, just bursting out the water, you see its mouth wide open, reaching out to try and grab Hanera. Cyan.
Do I see how deep the water is?
Again, the water is so the water's clear, but it does go quite far down. It goes further down than you can see. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my longbow then.
It's at least big enough for this dinosaur to remain untouched under the pond.
I don't have the giant scorpion venom, do I?
No, come here and get one. Forgot to give it. If you want it, come get it.
I'm gonna go next to Henning so he can pass me it next turn. And then I'm going to fire my longbow at it.
All right, make it a attack.
26.
26 misses, unfortunately.
Oh shit!
This creature, yeah, it just harmlessly ricochets off its scales.
Okay, so I drew my longbow, I moved, and then I fired. So that's me.
Okie dokie. Isolde. She runs over to the waterline and puts her hand down. She says, "Hanera, get out of there!" What spells? Does she have any spells on her that is useful here? Why is her spells now messed up? Oh, I need to swap her token out. Hang on. For fuck's sake, hang on. Just bear with me. Sorry, I heard. Right, she's there. Alright, so she puts her hand out and she shouts over to you, Hanera, and she shouts, she casts... Oh, she doesn't actually have anything that's going to help here. She's going to cast Divine Lance at it. Her hand begins to fire as a black beam of light shoots out. And that misses. Amazing. And then she's done. Alright, this Spinosaurus jumping out of the water is going to try and bite you, Hanera. 36 to hit.
That's a crit.
I need to put you on top again, sorry.
Row.
Okay, that's 35 damage. Oh, sorry. The 70 damage.
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh.
Great.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah.
Alright. And it is going to
Yeah.
use another action to grab. And then another action to swallow whole.
Oh no!
And then it lands back in the water. With a massive splash. Right, I'm going to hide you here. Torvel Kane shouts, "No!" And he just like dives into the water and starts swimming towards it. That's 2 actions, and then with his third action, he's going to his Shade Steel Sword shoots out of his hands, and in the same action, because he's not drawing it, he's just casting it. He's going to slice at the belly of the Spinosaurus. Okay, 26 misses. Again. Right, Hanira, you're unconscious. Give me a death dying check.
Oh wait. I accidentally well, I don't know how to undying myself because I did one by accident and now.
Right.
Oh wait, you pressed.
Should be able
I've
to
got it. I've got
right-click.
it.
Yeah, you got it.
What is it? Just a D20?
It is a, yeah, I think it's a flat.
It's like D20 minus 1. Is that
So
minus your
you
dying level?
immediately, all right. So you immediately move your initiative just before. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you don't have to do it just yet. This is just before the next person's turn.
Okay.
Henning, it's before the Spinosaurus' turn again.
So I'm going to move 10 feet forward free because I have a feat that lets me do that. I'm going to pass by my like from hand to hand a so we don't smash it this time. A poison giant scorpion venom to Cyan.
Okay.
And then so that's one action I've used. How far away am I? So I'm going to move up to the edge here. And then I'm going to throw a blight bomb at them.
Okay. What does it need to do?
Nothing at the moment. We have to see if we hit first.
Okay.
We do not. So we
Like bubbles on the surface of the
epically
water.
whiff that away. But I suppose it still gets the splash.
Well, isn't it in water?
Yeah, it's in
Oh.
water. It's not gonna splash.
Oh,
It just sort of fligs past it. It just blops into the water.
okay.
Different
Well,
kind of splash.
Yeah.
Final action. I'm just gonna move over to here.
Right. Cascus.
I still can't see anything.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'll describe. Do you want me to screen share?
Whatever's easiest. I don't mind.
Maybe someone else screen share with Cascus because
You could look at the stream.
you could look at. Well, yeah. I don't think the delay is that bad. You can get the stream up, but either way, like, what would Cascus be doing in this situation? Are you diving in the water, or are you gonna like run up to the side of it?
So let me just get this right. Big creature came up, ate her, and then splashed back down and went under the surface again.
Yeah, the stream's accurate.
And nobody else is. Well, I don't know. I think he'd go to the side. I don't even know if he can bloody swim. How deep does it look? I assume quite deep if it can fit that thing, right?
For the third time, you don't know how deep it is. It's deeper than you can see down to the bottom, so it's deeper than that. It's at least 30 or 40 feet.
Deep enough that we previously couldn't see this in clear water.
Yeah, it's a gargantuan monster.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Hanira. I'm not sure what to do there. I don't like. I have literally 0 feats that are of use to defeat this. I mean, maybe the best thing to do is to check to see if there's an exit. So, because like if we can somehow get Hanira out, then you know, I think we should probably leave. How long would it take, Mike, to go back to check that the entrance to this area is not closed on us? I assume it wouldn't be.
It's probably like a 3 or 4 minute walk back to the
Okay.
place you came
Right.
from.
No, then. Okay, I guess he's just gonna like go to the side. Like I don't think he'd do much else. Like
Okay.
a few creature that just like 70 hit an era and one.
Is there any more actions you want to do?
Let's do a recall knowledge check.
Okay. Can you still reach your character sheet?
Yeah, I can go to my character sheet.
Sorry, yeah. Foundry has like little things that occasionally are a bit annoying with it. So, like this does happen to me occasionally. It just usually is solved by refreshing, but sometimes it doesn't.
I did a perception check. That might be the wrong. Maybe I should have done nature. But
I'll use the same roll.
so 13. Then my nature is +7 because it's a 0. So 20.
You've never seen this creature before. It seems more powerful than the T-Rex that you fought before.
Okay. Fine. He relays that information, I guess.
Yeah,
Sorry,
sorry, you didn't actually pass the recall knowledge check. So.
Oh, I didn't. No, when I said like pass it on, I didn't mean with an effect. Just
Yeah.
sorry, I
No, that's fine. I mean, you can say that. But
Do
that's
that,
just
right?
so intuitively what you get from it.
Yeah.
It seems to be like the guardian of this thing, at least.
Oh, hang on, I'll be right back.
Calcifer.
Okay, so I'm going to mount Hank. Then we are going to... Let me just check the distance. We're going to jump in. Go over to here. So that's 2 actions for me, and then I shall raise a shield.
Okay.
I do not want to be crit by this. That's it for me.
All right. Okay. Cyan. Oh yeah, Cyan's not here. Actually, whilst we're waiting for Cyan to get back, we'll go to Hanera. It won't be your turn yet. You're still dying, but something's happening to you. So Hanera, again, you all watch as there's like a sort of almost like a flash of light from within the creature's stomach. Can't quite tell what's happening. But Hanera, you're standing in the gloom, and there's this river beside you, filled with marbles.
Okay.
Inside I mean, you've had this vision before. It's outside your home, and the river itself. You know that at some point it will part, and a creature will come out to get to you. It's the exact same dream that you've had a few times now. And you wait, and you wait. Nothing happens. You hear a voice. It does change every now and again. You turn. You see a old elf, a woman, with like she's a Rodran. Not one that you've met, not in Sethel. But she's got a sort of leaf made of cloak. She's got a cloak made of leaves. There you go. All interleaved and woven amongst each other. It sort of trails down at the back of her and goes into the grassland beyond, and it's almost connected to like the trees in it, like in the distance. It's almost like one long trail. She's very old, older than you've ever seen an elf.
Hello?
It's okay, child. She says, come take a walk with me.
Okay.
you walk into the forest behind her, and and the forest itself. I mean, even though it's outside your home, this is the gloom version of it. The trees are dead, and only her cloak is the only source of life. Seemingly, like seems to contrast amongst the grey, dead landscape as much. As she walks beside you, she says, "Doing magic is dangerous. You know that."
Yes, I know it's dangerous for other people, but it's been okay for me so far.
I like that spirit. You know, Rodrin blood isn't affected the same as Sidon by magic.
It's not.
No. It's one of the big reasons why the Sidon dislike us.
Oh. Okay.
As you continue to walk through the forest, eventually it opens and parts out. There's a clearing, and there's a huge tree, dead, with hundreds and hundreds of branches, all with thorns, sort of very sharp points, all coming off each of the long branches. On about 30 or 40 of these branches, there are people impaled on them. Long dead. Sort of their bodies not even rotted, like the gloom seems to have just mummified them. They're just sort of they look in peace. They're just slumped there. And you notice that her trail of leaves goes all the way into the tree.
Who are you?
I am a prophecy. One that, unfortunately, you are part of. She motions up to the tree. She says, "There is one who claims to be the assassin in yellow. He did this. He is causing all of this."
Who is he?
He is mistaken. His name is Tybalt. You have a flashing glimpse in your head of someone long ago, that when House Kaidos came to visit you, all the family came, and there was one of Daeron Kaidos' sons who was a bit younger than the rest. He was like kind of malformed and had something wrong with just like his formation. Like he wasn't like an elf as elves normally are. He sort of almost looks like partially maybe like how Cascus is, kind of part demonic, but his skin was kind of like he was larger than the other elves, and he had a bit of a scowl on his face all the time, and everyone bullied him. And that was Tybalt Kaidos. And you recognize, and suddenly, like seeing the guy under the cloak, all that time ago, you recognize the same sort of look to him, although he's been like malformed even more by the Achidian. She says, "I am the spirit that resides within that pendant. And if you are going to use my power, you will get one chance."
One chance for what?
For life.
Yes, please.
But this is a pact that ties you into a prophecy. You must complete it.
What's the prophecy?
You must stop the destruction of Adonai.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do that anyway.
it will result in your death too.
Okay.
Not now, but long in the future.
Yes, I understand.
Very well. Returning back to the fight. Cyan, are you here?
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm going to apply the venom to one of my arrows. So that takes one action, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to fire it with my longbow using a legend point.
Okay.
So that would be a 28.
28. That misses as well.
What the fuck?
So an 18 would be a critical miss.
Oh, yeah. Wait, why was it 28 actually?
Well,
Because I thought you said it
18,
just
but
adds
then
plus 10.
so
Because the legend
it's
point.
effectively the same as plus 10.
Oh, sorry, because of the legend fight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that is a fail then.
Oof.
Fuck. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna look at Henning, shrug, and fire again. Because might as well.
I mean, you can have another one.
No, that fails.
Yeah, I don't think you can hit it on the second attack.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that misses unfortunately. All right, Isolde. She runs over to the side and shouts, "We have to leave. There's nothing we could do with this. This is too powerful."
Our friends in there.
Soon you'll all be in there.
Uh,
All right.
How about you fucking leave?
All right, Hinera. This is so you don't have to roll a dying check, but what we just did was that happens on your turn, yeah.
Okay. Do I not get a turn then?
No, because you're still unconscious.
Right. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. All right. This the Spinosaurus's turn. It's going to attack Torval Kane. Alright. It bites into his Shade Steel armor and just lifts him off the ground. It doesn't pierce it. Because he's got like a toughness value, kind of. However, it does grab him and attempt to swallow whole. He uses his reaction, so he's going to try and hold on. And he just needs to make a strength check. No, athletics, right? Oh my god, he actually passes. Woo, 35. Torvalkane's powerful. All right, okay. He's gonna hold on. It like attempts to try and swallow him as well, and he just takes out his Shadesteel sword and just sort of like plugs the gap in the creature's mouth with it, and he's just sort of holding on for dear life. Right, that's his turn. Torvalkane's turn. Right, he's in here. He's gonna make an attack. That hits 31. Slashes into the creature. 33, and it needs to make a fortitude saving throw. Alright, it doesn't get any bits of it chopped off. And Torvalkane's now going to try and escape. Oh, that's a fail. Try and escape again. That's another fail. Henning.
Okay. Henning is going to move up a bit. here. Then he's going to try and throw another bomb, I guess. Not much else he can really do. Let's try this again. Oh god damn.
No, that misses unfortunately. Woo!
Ah,
It just like
still-
arcs over the Spinosaurus.
Not still,
Okay.
not still splash.
Will the splash still get that?
Well, remember we said with it just going in the water. It's not...
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, you know what? Roll me a d20.
Acid might float.
Yeah, roll me a d20. Like higher
Yeah.
than 10
Plus-
is.
Plus, it's not necessarily like actually missing, right?
Yeah, I'll say nah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Guess he just moves back again.
Okay, Cascus.
Is there thing? I think he's probably up to date. Nothing really. I don't really have. I was having a look through the list of things I could grab from Prescient Planner. Nothing really jumped out at me. I guess like he's gonna start like after the hold on. After what? What was her name? Isolde said. I think he's gonna kind of like turn slightly and get ready to like run, but maybe just like delay his action until maybe just before the next.
So you're gonna hold your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action just until just before the beast has its turn.
Okay, fine. Calcifer.
Hank is going to do his support action. So he's going to begin barking at it.
Okay.
He, I believe I have to use my.
Woof, woof, woof.
He can do doggy. He can do doggy paddle effectively, ish. So yeah, he's going to use his support benefit, and I believe I have to command him to do that anyway. So he is also going to make a strike. Uh, 25 to hit.
25
That
misses,
doesn't hit, does
sorry.
it? Okay.
No.
And Calcifer is going to raise a shield, and he is going to try and strike. Not really so much for the damage, but to try and make it flat-footed. No.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Next. Cyan, top of the round.
Okay, so a longbow is technically in one hand, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that I can still use spells that have a somatic component?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to... It's only a fucking cantrip, but it's better than nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a daze at it.
Alright, what does it need to do?
It needs to make a basic will save.
Okay. Uh, 29.
Okay, it saves.
Okay. What's your DC?
22. Says
Oh,
a cloud and the jolt deals mental damage equal to your spell cast. I think the
Oh,
damage
it'll take
happens
it
anyway.
Yeah, it'll take half damage because it's the basic. It's the basic save. So that's 3 damage.
Damage.
Damage is damage.
And then I guess fire another arrow at it.
Okay.
Is this with multiple attack penalty because I did a spell, or is that only with?
No, does it have the attack tag? No. Yeah. So no, it doesn't.
Okay. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, 22. Again, your arrow blasts off its hide. Alright, Isolde says, oh, damn it. Very well. She's gonna cast... She's gonna dive into the water. If she can make it. She's going to cast Vampiric Touch on it. Let's make a Fortitude save. Oh wow, 24. Natural 1. So that's crit fail.
Nice.
Wow. So damage then is just double then. Ooh, that's 50 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, she goes over. She's your level. That's a good spell.
Hmm.
She goes over and touches it, and a surge of black energy courses through it, and it roars in pain.
Don't fuck with historians.
So you begin to watch as inside its mouth, Torvel Kane, still holding on, trying to climb out. It begins to gurgle. As you begin to watch, like, green light shoot out of its mouth, and eventually it just throws up. Torvel Kane gets spat out. And you watch as a glowing green orb shoots out of its mouth and then appears in front of it, flying. You see Hanera, back to full health.
Woo.
The green pendant in her neck has sort of fused itself to her chest, and she's now got her red robes are now intertwined with sort of like autumn leaves, and her hair has got like leaves in them as well. Her eyes are glowing with like green and sort of raging fire. So Hanera, I'm gonna give you for this what was going to be known as a legend aura, which means that every roll you make during this combat is going to be effectively you'll be using a legend point. And that includes damage as well, so that'll be 10 damage on it plus.
So how does it work with magic missile?
I'll say if you want to add 10 damage to each magic missile, go for it.
Jesus.
Okay.
So you're back to full health as well.
Cool.
You all watch as this happens. Right, Hanera, it's your turn.
I cast magic missile at level
Okay.
3.
How many darts is that?
6.
So that'd be plus 60.
Ouch.
But it's only plus 3 on one of the magic missiles. It depends how you want to do it, because in the rules that's what the rules are. But Foundry seems to think that it's every missile.
It's fine. We'll just do it like this for now. I think
Okay.
it might be dead actually.
Oh my god.
Plus 60. Yeah, how do you want to kill it?
Magic bolts in the mouth.
All right. Yeah, you watch as Hanera shoots out of the creature's mouth and pows it with magic. The bolts. Each bolt has like powerful green energy attached to the normal rainbow magic that shoots out, and it just complete pelts into the Spinosaurus. You watch as the creature sort of his head and neck just gets completely evaporated, and it begins to descend back into the water. Torvelkane is spat out and is just like comes back to the surface and just crawls to the edge and just coughs water up.
Can I keep my sword like unsheath it and kind of like just point it towards Hanera, like quite
Hey.
unsure?
She's cool. She's cool.
You
She
see Hanera
helped
flying
us.
there.
Hey.
My flyer has probably gone down because I went unconscious.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you could just like land quite bloop, gracefully on the side.
Are you okay?
Yes, I've had an interesting few minutes.
You seem remarkably relaxed.
My lady. Dwarven goes over. You seem unhurt.
I am unhurt.
How the fuck are you unhurt?
I point to the glowy green thing.
The pendant, the actual gemstone now, is embedded like within your sternum, and your skin is sort of like just healed like around it.
I fucking told all of you she should have touched the pendant.
The High Curator says, "The pendant, it has chosen you."
So it has.
Can anybody explain what is going on here?
She touched a magic necklace and now she's a superhero. Do we have the concept of superheroes in this universe?
I mean,
You
a
do
hero
use
who is
dandies, don't you?
What's that?
Dandies is like a sub-feat. You can basically be like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Vigilante, so I guess so.
I think Vigilante is the one as well.
Oh no, they're called vigilantes, not dandies. Sorry.
Yeah. Dandy is one, but it's something else.
It is, but it's completely different. Sorry,
Anyway, she goes over to you and sort of like runs her finger around the scars that have healed, and she says, "I've never seen this before."
Maybe. Go on.
What happened? What is this? And she sort of like begins to stroke the leaves in your hair.
I died when I was eaten by that giant crocodile thing.
And yet you live?
Yeah,
Are you alive
the
or are you a
spirit-
weird one?
the spirit in the pendant kept me alive.
Well, that is great news.
And now I'm all shiny.
Are you going to stay shiny?
I have no idea.
Yeah, is this just how you look now? It's a bit I mean, look, it looks nice and all, but like stands out a bit, you know,
Yeah.
bit garish.
It's not like she's got like fuck tons of leaves all over her. It's sort of like it's almost decorative.
Oh, I thought the eyes were like Avatar.
oh, yeah.
I thought it was like
Yeah,
Avatar state, like.
It's starting to wear off. Like a lot of
Okay.
the power that she had been given as during that fight is like the leaves are falling out of her hair and the eyes are sort of beginning to flare away. There's still the occasional touches, but yeah, nowhere near as much as it was.
All right.
But it seems that like she has this ability to power up potentially.
This was a hex weave, right?
Yes.
Can I produce blood? And like
I mean, technically,
wheat and flour and stuff.
you could always produce blood.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, so you have now the abilities of someone who carries a hex weave. The only difference is you don't have to use gem heart dust. Which means potentially you can now run an army because you can have you can pay elves in food to follow you around, and you can have
Nice.
followers and stuff. Like this makes you a High Lord of your own right. Like if you have a hex weave, you're a High Lord. Otherwise, you're just a lord.
So,
Isolde says, explains this. You are now a bearer of a hex weave. You are a High Lord, my lady.
Brilliant. Let's get ourselves an army then.
We have an army.
Let's get to feeding this army then.
There will be many. The Torval cases, sorry. There will be many who take problem with this. There has been very few women who have become High Lords. Your mother is one of the only ones, as well as the Padron's mother.
Or maybe we keep this between ourselves then.
Well, you might want to cover that up then.
It does glow. Like, it may glow through clothes, just to warn you.
Duct tape.
What if we wrap it in? What if we wrap it in lots and lots of cloth?
Even through your armor?
Oh, is she? Yeah, she's a best friend, isn't she?
Hmm.
Maybe we should update everyone's hero forge showcase at some point.
Sorry, that's me. I probably should have done something.
God, man.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't mind the hero forge showcase. It's just that, yeah. But maybe over time, like, people should just keep like updating them and sending them to me.
Hmm.
If you want. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, is there anything you want to do, guys?
Look around a bit more.
Torval Kane drops to his knee. He summons his shade steel blade and plunges it to the ground below him. He sort of like kneels down before you and says, "My lady, now you do need someone to protect you."
What are you trying to imply?
I was pledged to Hanira's mother, but now we must protect the Trustfairs in any way we can. Let me come with you, Hanira.
Right.
You can come with us for a bit, but not forever.
I understand. I still have a mission.
Yes, you do have a mission, and you should really be doing that mission.
Isolde turns to him and says, maybe Hanira will have enough protection for now. My knight. He stands and says, very well. I will complete my mission. But if you form an army, let me serve in it.
Of course.
Very well. We should get out of here, really.
I want to have a little look around first.
Okay. Make a perception check. What's everyone else doing?
I'm just gonna keep an eye on Hanira as we're kind of just going along. Does it look like her weird aura thing fading relatively quickly, or?
Yeah, it seems to have all faded away by now.
I'm gonna kind of shake my head, look at Nyx, and say, "What do you think of all this?"
I think it's really pretty.
I'm gonna call out, "Nyx thinks you're pretty."
Ah.
All right, Henning.
Just gonna have a little explore around, see if there's anything else to find in this area.
Okay, so Hanira, you've done a perception check. You do find just a bit further up, there is like a sort of in the cavern wall. There is behind a bush another way.
I thought you were gonna say another hex weave for a second there.
Yeah, there's 4 more hex weaves.
Thanks,
Thanks, everyone.
You get a hex weave, and you get a hex weave, and check under your seat. There's another hex weave.
Alright, well, yeah, so there is potentially a way here, but this seems to go down. It doesn't seem to go back to the surface. If you want to, if you guys want to push your luck and continue on.
Push our luck. Push our luck.
Well, we can survive being apparently can survive being eaten by whatever that thing is. Then what can hurt us?
Don't fucking say that. Something bad's gonna happen. This happens every time. Someone will say, "Oh, what's the worst that could happen?" And then something bad happens, and then it'll be your fault.
Right. Well, next time, if there's something floating over a pool of water, maybe you do the rope thing, so they can't be just like gobbled up.
Okay, but we didn't do that, and now Hanira's a superhero, so...
Yeah, but she could have
Real.
been maybe a superhero and not whatever that is, and not eaten.
I feel like getting eaten was part of the process.
Yeah, it seems like one of those, yeah, you need to die and symbolically maybe you also die, so you can live as a new super powerful creature of awesomeness.
So by that logic, next time we find something, we just kill ourselves.
Yes.
Because that
Yeah,
doesn't seem
absolutely.
that just doesn't seem sustainable. Not gonna lie.
Well, have you ever become a super powerful being of awesomeness?
I mean, compared to what?
I don't fucking know. I'm not a super powered being of awesomeness, but you know, and
Don't talk too badly about yourself. You yeah, you got your skills.
That said, Hanira's the only one who has, and she managed it by dying. So
Maybe we just need to die.
maybe we do just need to die.
Look, that is what I was brought into this party to prevent.
I mean, we can give it a go.
Isolde,
Okay, but-
Isolde says, sorry, are we continuing?
It would
Yes.
seem that way.
Are we? How is everyone doing?
I'm full.
I could maybe do some healing.
All right.
You've got a health potion on you.
Oh, do I?
Well, I give one at the start of the day.
I thought you said you don't do that.
Oh, I do. I
all the
didn't give
time.
you the poison that time. I
Right,
never say anything
okay.
about your elixirs.
I thought you meant just all together.
It's like heading to society doesn't like you anymore.
Alex, maybe in your notes, just have like the daily things that you give people, and then just at the start of the game, every session,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
paste
yeah,
in the
that-
chat,
that
just to remind
might be right.
people.
Yeah.
Because
I'll do that next time.
when you change it, you can just let people know what's on the list today.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably at the start of each day. I'll do that. That'll be easy.
I think there's a macro as well that you can do that just sort of like puts it in people's inventories. But anyway,
Maybe I can have a play about.
yeah.
What's the elixir? Moderate
Elixir of life. It's a
So how
lesser.
much-
It's a lesser. 'Cause
How
I
much
can't.
does that heal?
It's just
3d6 plus 6.
Okay, I will knock that back.
Okay, that is not what I've got in my.
That's
Okay.
what you should have.
Cool, I'm back at full.
Right, can we just maybe set it down for 10 minutes? Then I can.
This
play
does
on
seem like a
Amazon.
good place to take a rest.
Yeah, if
Let's
we're
all
able
sit in a
to.
circle, everyone.
Are we all gonna tell bedtime stories?
I wouldn't mind a bedtime story. Anyone got one?
12 Volcanoes is, yes. Do you really want a bedtime story? Yeah, everyone wants a bedtime story.
I would. Yes, it helps me sleep.
But, you're not sleeping.
Well, it helps me rest.
Once upon a time, in a realm filled with magic and mystery, there was a quaint village known as Meadowbloom. Nestled at the foot of the majestic mountains and by the edge of a tranquil forest, the village was home to both humans and magical beings living in harmony. It was at Meadowbloom that a young girl named Ilara lived with her grandmother. Ilara was known throughout the village for her vibrant imagination. She loved to listen to her grandmother's tales of brave knights, wise wizards, and mythical beasts that wandered the world beyond their peaceful village. Every night, Ilara would ask her grandmother for a story, and she would drift to sleep, dreaming of grand adventures. One particular night, her grandmother decided to tell Ilara a special story, one she had never heard before. The tale of the Starlight Unicorn. Anyway, he continues.
Oh.
The story goes on. He's like blah blah blah.
And that unicorn's name
Elvis Presley.
was Clive.
Clive.
Yes. Yes. It was a story about Clive.
Well, that's just awesome.
Anyway, so what? Who needs healing?
I could do with a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, if we're like in safety, then I can just like do 24 every 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Hanera can do other bits as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might only take 10 minutes then.
Cool.
Because I can top up myself in 10 minutes. Well, I can top up myself immediately and then get the point back after 10 minutes.
All right. Isolde turns to you, Hanera, and says, "You know, when we return to the camp, people are going to ask what we found in here."
Say some gold.
I think your mic's up, by the way.
Say some gold.
Gold. How will we explain this? She points to the hexweave.
Just say it's a gem that we found.
Can we all hear the conversation going on?
Yeah, she's not really making it quiet.
It's not exactly subtle, is it?
I mean, so we've got two options where I see it. We can either hide it from them and put a massive target on our backs, but earn some rapport as we can provide a bunch of supplies for the army. Or we keep it secret, we keep it safe, and then people are going to ask questions about it anyway.
I'd rather keep it a secret.
Well, it's your thingy, so it's up to you at the end of the day. I'm just saying, people are going. If it turns out people find out what it is, and we've been hiding it from them in the middle of a war, they're not going to be that happy with us.
Doesn't the army have their own hexweave?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That said, you know, it's still not going to be something they'd be happy about. You know, one of the most important things about war is having more supplies than the enemy. If we're hiding a hexweave from people, you know, it's just something to keep in mind, is what I'm saying.
Yes, but I don't want to be a target.
So it's tricky, right? I know you don't want to be a target, but you're really just gonna let this thing go to waste? It's like no matter how you skin it, you use that thing, people are gonna know.
You can
Not
also
exactly
use it to
subtle.
make a change, as Alda says.
Make a change.
Change the world to your whims. You're a High Lord now. If there's anything you wanted, you can have it.
A High Lord with no land.
With that, it is easy to get land.
I think at the end of it all, it is your choice, no?
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
I'll think
Suppose
of
you
it
don't.
while we walk.
Yes, you don't have to make a decision now.
Let's get out of here. We've still got one more room to look through.
At least.
Alright, so you're all healed up?
Yep.
Continuing on. And where are we? Okay, so you eventually follow your way down the corridor. The cavern. the cave network here is quite narrow, and as you get lower and lower, the humid sort of jungle air begins to fade, and it begins to feel warmer and hotter. Ignore.
Sorry, yeah, but then.
Okay, fair enough. So you continue on. Eventually, it opens up, and opens up to a large door, a sealed door, sealed with rope. In a knot, holding two large doorknobs together. The murals on the side indicate it to be some sort of tomb. Like a number of elves are depicted on the doorway. Their arms crossed over their chests and stones laid on their eyes. Whilst a figure of a lion, like a humanoid lion, with like a scale in his hand, sort of.
It was the same as the one we saw at the top of the.
Yeah, sort of judges their souls.
6 hands? Or...
Yes.
Arms, sorry.
6 arms, yeah. A shad, again. This place will be trapped, Isolde says. And they will not hesitate to leave everything out here. If you wish to enter, there is a real danger here.
I don't think we should enter.
I mean, I will not be of much use in here.
Came this far.
I'm with Calcifer on this one. It'd be a shame not to know what's in there.
There might be something more powerful in there that we can use.
More
Yes.
big, powerful than
You
a
look
HP.
greedy.
I'm
No.
not greedy, I'm curious.
Sure.
If I was greedy, I would want to be taking the thing around your neck. Which I'm not.
What are you
What
gonna
I-
do?
Is
Dig
that
it
a
out
threat
of me?
to my lady?
I mean, not yet.
All I'm saying is, this whole place is fucking interesting. And I kind of want to know what's going on here.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the tomb?
On the door?
Yeah.
Yes. The rope seems to have a magical aura around it.
Can I do a thievery check on the door to see if there's any traps attached to it?
So you detect traps, or look for traps.
Yeah.
What is the note? Is that thievery? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Cheers. 28.
28. You don't seem to find any on the door. The rope, as highlighted by Hanera, may be suspect.
What's the rope doing again, sorry?
There's like two. So the door kind of is like two doors that would open inwards, open outwards. Sorry, so like it would open away from you. There are like two large brass, like knocker / doorknob kind of looking things on each door, and tying the doors together, keeping the doors closed, is like a large knot of rope tied in like a knot. And it's sort of covered with some sort of tar or something that's just like sticky. But Hanera, yeah, you did tell everyone that it was magical, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, there's a tar substance on it. I could try set fire to an arrow and hit it from afar. See if that does anything.
Yeah, try it. I stand well back.
Just looking at like the surroundings around the door, is it particularly flammable, or is it all like stone and stuff?
No, it's these doors are like stone on hinges.
All right. I'm going to get back as far as I can to stay in range. I'm going to attach a bit of fabric to my arrow. I imagine. Do we have anything that's flammable, like oil or?
Yeah, I mean you've got. I mean Henning will
I
definitely.
could
have,
just
like,
cast
stuff.
produce flame on it from a distance.
You could just fucking do that.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot less effort. I mean, this will be super awkward if you fired an arrow at that and turns out actually, yeah, the flight's on fire, but like it just burns up and nothing happens.
I cast produce flame from 30 feet away.
All right, cool. Yeah. I would say it's trivial to hit that sort of thing. You don't need to make a roll. The flame shoots out, and yeah, like predicted, the rope sets alight. Within like seconds, I mean it's thick rope, but within seconds it all burns away like flash paper. And the stone doors rock a little bit, and a bit of like, is it like smoke or something comes under the doorway, and there's like a whoosh, whoosh. You sort of almost, I mean, some of you almost, it's almost like you could hear a sort of sound.
Like a breathing? Or...
Yeah, like a gasp or like a breath.
Okay.
Just to reiterate, raising shields down to activity, exploration activity. Just making that clear again.
Zion doesn't have a shield, but he would like to raise one.
Do you want to
in
borrow
an
one?
ideal situation.
Do you want to borrow one of mine?
No, I'm good. I don't know how it would affect my stealthing.
Is it dark past the door?
Well, the door's not open yet.
Oh.
It's just like rattled a little bit, and a bit of a sort of whoosh came through it, or when the rope burnt away. Isolde steps forward and says, "Well, that wasn't fucking scary."
No, no one is scared. Why would anyone even think that? Ha 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 ha.
You know, it makes me wonder who this tomb is for. I hope it is not our lion-headed friend.
Could be some kind of ancient undead ruler of this place.
Your speculation is intriguing, but probably not good for our, how do I say, our mental health. Is that a thing?
Well, that guy's judging people, right? What was it? Did someone say what a shard was like what his whole deal was?
It's so hard to tell because the records from that period, I mean, it was pretty much just Fandaren and the Immortal Elves who existed then. This cult seems to be later on, but still like 10,000 years ago. So the amount of records are really quite limited on that.
But we don't know what a shard was worshipped for or anything.
No, probably for the same reasons that most people worship gods, because it somehow benefits them and their survival.
Yeah, what I mean is as a god of the underworld or something.
Oh, sure, no. He seems to be. If you ask Isolde that question, she'll tell you that a shard is usually associated with fire and earth, or sort of volcanic sort of magma.
What is there a history of cremation as a form of funeral for elves, or
What's that? Sorry.
is there a history of cremation as a form of funeral for elves?
Yeah, some. I mean, elves historically have had cremation. They've had all sorts of strange ways. The Rodrans prefer cremation very often.
Right.
The Rodrans do this thing where they often will remove their heart and sort of mummify that, and then burn the rest of the body, and then put the heart in the urn.
Hence by the tree that we went to.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, Henning did things.
Okay. So what I'm getting
Very
as a
traumatizing,
hunch, there is the evil, well, not necessarily evil, perhaps evil, 6-armed lion man, and he's judging. I imagine he's judging the dead over there. We burn a rope, and there is now breathing coming from it. Maybe he judged them poorly, and this tomb was meant to seal them away. I think we should go in.
I don't think we should go in.
I think we should go in.
Torvalcane says, "Whatever it is we've opened, it's now open."
Come
Might
on,
as well
let's go in.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
I think we should go in.
come this far.
Henning's just gonna start walking through. Come on, let's do this.
I'm gonna be right next to him.
Okay.
Middle of the pack as usual.
Yeah, I'm also going in.
Also, sorry, did I get healing? I kind of missed.
Yeah,
I
I
assumed
gave
I
you
did, yeah.
20.
Okay, yeah. For some reason I didn't add it. There we go.
That's cool. Right, so you're going to go in. So push in the stone doors. They hinge open remarkably easy. And what you're greeted with is a desert chamber. It's a grand spectacle. Upon entering, you find yourselves in a very large, and when I say very large, I mean very large, square funeral chamber. I'm not entirely sure how big it is, because I can't zoom the battle map out enough to really measure it, but it's probably 250 meters across. 250 meters? 250 feet. There we go. We are... we're doing that. It has a lot of murals all on the walls, large ones. They must have taken a very long time to paint. It's almost like the Sistine Chapel, and it goes all on the walls and the ceilings. And in the center of the chamber, and with like a sort of pathway leading to it, is a tomb. There's 2 sarcophaguses, or sarcophagi, sealed, beside each other. There is a 6-armed lion statue sitting, just a huge one, just above it, but above, like, sort of just like looking down on them. And there are ever burning lamps that are just burning around. The walkway itself leads parts down the center of what seems to be like a black sand sea. Hundreds, thousands and millions of grains of sand, all just sort of lying there, still, not touched for a very long time. I guess, let me show you then what you see here.
Did I have to be in that voice?
Do my Mario impression. Can you see?
Yep.
No?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, this doesn't look evil at all.
So you filter in this room.
Where are the sarcophagi?
Here.
Oh, I thought those were bits of the floor.
No. These are the sarcophagi here. Just imagine this statue is the lion, with 6 arms rather than this sort of like 4-armed dragon thing. Same deal. The sand
Is it
itself.
all? Sorry.
No, yeah. What was your question?
Is it chained up like in the map, or?
It's not. It's supported by chains.
Right. Okay.
Doesn't seem to be shackled. Like it could easily, if it could move, it could easily break through. Isolde says, "What is this place?"
I thought you could tell us.
You're the historian.
She steps forward. This is, by the way, this is a big archway that goes above the
Right,
floor.
so we can pass under it.
You can pass under it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
She says, "This is the largest tomb I have ever witnessed. Whoever these people were, they would have put the last remnants of a dying civilization into the construction of this place. For some reason.
To protect 2 bodies.
I think we should leave," she says.
Oh. So much to
I also think
explore.
we should leave. Is there actually a door here?
Yeah, there's a door. There's a door on the other side of the chamber.
Can I look on the sarcophagi
Yeah, I wanted to have
and
a
see
look.
if it has any
I wanna have a look.
inscription
Mhm.
of who's in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the sarcophagus, it has a prophecy. One that you've seen. Like it's actually a well-known elven prophecy. Let me just paste it in
Would
the
I
chat.
have heard about it as well?
I imagine
or-
the elves would. If anyone.
Yeah, but I'm no elf. I don't know if I would have heard
that's-
about it or not.
Screw up on the crest of time in time. I think
Does
Nero should
someone
read it
want to
out.
read it? Yeah, does someone want to read it?
An elf should read it out.
I'll read it out. Let me just put it in my notes. Upon the crest of time and tides, where the assassin adorned in yellow strides, with steps in shadows born of elfin light, in silence of the heart during the twilight's blight. Beneath the crest of Sidus Peak, the banished god's servant will speak. The old god Ashad once dethroned, his power beneath the mount entombed. Entombed? Fandarin's seal, when its stern decree encases Melothar in a fiery sanctuary, a force elemental, wrathful and wild, to sleep until the assassin's arrival beguiled. The rise of the yellow-clad phantom starts the dance, a tune of despair, an elfin lance. A herald of the end, the Mystrians fall beneath the shadow of the assassin's call. Yet not all is as it appears, the yellow assassin, a guise of fears. In the heart of the elf the true doom resides, their fate intertwined with the world's high tides. Their actions will stir the mount's fiery breath, awaking Ashad, evoking death. And so Adana will quake and sear when the true assassin in yellow draws near. Cloaked in myth, shrouded in lore, destiny's path is an open door. Seek the truth, face the fray. Only then can you keep the end at bay.
Why would they have this on their tombs? She says.
Well, maybe they didn't want the world to end. They're on the sarcophagi, right?
Yeah. She
Through
says,
the sa-
if they worshipped Ashad, why would they not want him to end the world?
Because it was not Ashad's time yet, no? the prophecy, it speaks of a shadow being awakened after the assassin yellow has appeared. No? At this time, that did not happen, but now it has.
Or maybe it's placation. You know, keep him asleep.
No, this does not. I'm not convinced.
Do the sarcophagi look locked?
Locked?
Yeah.
No. From the look of it from the outside, they just seem to be very heavy and just sort of like placed on top. There's nothing holding them down or together that you can see.
Hey guys. This might sound like a really bad idea to the rest of you. Should we take a look?
No!
I think we should take a look.
Do you know what, son? Do it. I'm going to stand here, but you go ahead and open it. And then you let me know if it's safe to come and have a look.
I walk away.
I'm behind you, Razor Shield.
I'm
You
behind
just
you
want
too.
to all place yourselves where you want to be when.
Behind Calcifer.
I'm going to open the sarcophagi.
Okay. You place your hand on there. Nothing happens. You look up at the group. You begin to push. The lid quite effortlessly falls off. It's almost like there's some sort of like lubricant on the lid. And it clatters to the ground, and you look down, and the sarcophagus is empty.
Oh fuck. Guys,
What is it?
there's nothing in there.
Oh. Maybe they got
sure.
up to go to the bathroom.
There's an
The joke.
inscription in here as well.
Oh. I would like to give it a read.
It says the false assassin.
I look to the other sarcophagus. Oh no!
What? What's it say?
Well, if that one's for the false assassin, Cyan's gonna point at the other sarcophagus.
Oh.
That might have the real one in there.
I thought
Oh, shit.
the assassin has not is already been let out, no?
Or maybe this is where he's meant to go and hasn't been here yet.
This place might have been laid out for the assassin in yellow to arrive here. Or perhaps it is where it should be. I feel like we need to check out the other one now.
I'm going to follow suit and open the second sarcophagus.
Okay, that pushes aside. And again, that one is also too empty. Looking down,
good.
the inscription says the true assassin. It's in Elvish, you know. But it effectively translates to the true assassin.
I
and
just
the false
press
assassin.
sarcophagus.
Like that?
I
Yeah.
think
Is
so.
that right? As you reach your hand down, or as you sort of like lean into it and have a look, yeah, it says the true assassin. Calcifer, Hank runs up to you and he's like panting at you, and you look down at him and he's got like a skeleton hand in his mouth, and he's just like panting.
Alright, oh fuck. Where'd you get this?
Like, looks over, and Henning, you look over as well, and you see another hand begin to poke out of the sand.
Guys, there's hands coming out of the ground.
Oh joy!
Goes.
Right, well,
I'm
they're
gonna
not. At least they're not fucking massive dinosaurs.
Oh,
Don't
you just had to
say
say it,
that.
didn't you? Oh god!
Skeletal dinosaur.
You begin to watch as the cavern itself begins to shake a little bit, as thousands of skeletal hands begin to slowly poke their way out of the sand below. The sand is sort of like rustling and ruffling. Beginning to crawl out. Isolde says, "We need to get out of here now."
Yeah, now I agree.
Now we agree.
All right, let's stop there then for today.
Okay.
All right.
Row group.
All right, thanks for playing, everyone.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks for
running.
running. Big things.
I was quite excited for this session. Actually.
Mm.
Yeah. Quick question.
Yeah.
That Legendora thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is- I don't know if I would know all of this, but is that a thing that Hanera can just do now? Or...
No, so that particular thing is only because she died. And
Right.
it gave. I mean, it's not that she necessarily. It's not that she died there, but I mean, it was quite clear that that's probably how it was going to go.
So we just need to
Yeah.
kill her.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
I was more just worrying how future fights would go if
No,
Hanera could
for-
just pop out 6
Yeah,
plus
no.
60 damage.
No, so
Dead.
for the future, she's just going to rely on legend points as normal, and
Right.
the hex weave will work as a normal hex weave. It just won't require power and sustenance and stuff. As she gets higher and higher levels, there'll be opportunities for her to get new abilities as part of it. But we'll just say, like, because it's been overcharged, it will take a long it was overused, so it just needs a bit of time to recharge.
All right.
Cool, gotcha.
See you next week, sarcophagonopussies.
Cut.
Okay, right, see you later.
Cut. Yeah, no, I take it
Sorry.
back. Retcon.
String.
Retcon.